Hey guys, Zkilla from Zkilla Lives Life, and today I just want to thank you all for subscribing to my channel, even though I haven't posted a video in a year. It's been really complicated, and we moved, and it's just been crazy, but my collection of animals has grown, and so I'm going to start with my invertebrates. Start with something that you already know, my Honduran curly hairs. So, when you last saw them, they were about the size of pinheads, very small little tarantulas. You can see this one's a little bit bigger. This one, I have two of them, and it just flicked hairs on my finger. She's never done that before. But yeah, there's a Honduran. I moved them into bigger containers than when my first video of them came out, so yeah. And then here, I'm going to show you the other Honduran curly hair that I have from that batch. And this one just molted like 2 days ago, and so it's grown quite a bit. You can see it right there. And this one's like one of the pretty big, actually one of the largest tarantulas I have in my collection. Let's see if we can get this little guy out. Ah, flicking hairs on me. Come here. Okay, it doesn't want to come out. And it got hairs all over my hand, which is not fun. Those irritating hairs are not fun. But basically there it is. It's about an inch and a half, which is pretty decent size. I mean, she's not huge, but I mean, she's big enough that I moved her into this kind of a container, which is simple setup. I haven't got her a water dish yet. I don't give them water dishes until they're at least 2-inch leg span. That way they don't drown. Another one that's one of my old ones is this, which I probably need to upgrade to a bigger tank soon, is my Mexican red knee. And I think it's a male. I checked its molt. I don't know how to check molts though, so assuming it's a male. And you can see this one never flicks hairs though. I don't know why my Honduran curly hairs were flicking hairs today, but yeah. So this is Jasper, and say he/she. He's pretty decent size. He molted twice since I last posted a video. Brachypelmas are really slow growing, so yeah. Now let's get on to the next one. She's cute. I like her a lot. Little Jasper. And then I don't know if this one's out. We can see. But here's my Lampropelma lividum, or cobalt blue, you can see. And she's made quite a big burrow. These guys are very fast-growing species, though. And I've only had this one for a couple months now, and I don't think you'll be able to see her, but yeah. She's still small. She's about half an inch mark, but they grow really fast. I've heard in 2 years they can get a couple inches. So, yeah. Next time she's out, I'll do a short video on her, so, and I promise I'm going to be doing videos more now. So, yeah, let's put her back. And then, next up, we have my, Lasiodora parahybana, or also known as the salmon pink bird eater. This is also a sling, and her name is Duchess. Let's get her out. Oh, by the way, the Lampropelma's name is Blue. Let's see if we can find... There she is. She's in pre-molt, so that's why she's so dark, but she's pretty chill, usually. She's pretty big, too. This is younger than my Brachypelmas, actually, and you can see she's huge. So, also a very fast-growing species, and actually they can get about 11-inch leg span, so hopefully I can do a video with her when she gets huge. Oh, she's climbing up my arm. I think there she is. Come on. Ah, her name's Duchess. She's cute. Most people ask me why I think tarantulas are cute, and I'm just like, because they are. Do you need more definition than that? I'm just going to put her back up here. I use gorilla shelves for most of my animals. There's nothing in that, though. So, yeah, let's get to the next tarantula. Now, this is a very common tarantula, and it's, let's see, it's a Pteronotchilus murinus. Yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna grab my pokey stick, or my giant pencil, that I use to handle my tarantulas and stuff. And this is also known as the OBT, or the orange baboon tarantula. Not a very nice tarantula. They're called OBTs, and sometimes they're called orange bitey things. Let's see, there she is. I'm gonna try to get her now. They're very fast, and they're straight up to a defense posture. Very aggressive species, do not recommend handling, ever. And yeah, she's a very pretty species, though, very, very pretty. Very simple setup, partially arboreal. You feel a water dish though. But amazing species, really good eater. With her, she's so evil. And her name is Blaze. Yeah. Some people don't name their tarantulas, but I name them. I like to name my tarantulas. I think all of them have character, you know. And up here we go. I want to finish closing the blues. Sorry if I'm sticking the camera and things. It's just that I kind of only have one hand. And then next, this one I actually got a couple days ago, and this is my Aphonopelma chalcodes, or the desert blonde. Here she is. Now these are really good starter tarantulas. She is really awesome. These are very, very slow growing. It's slower than any Brachypelma. Like really slow. Like this tarantula to get to this size would take about 15 years. I mean, very, 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 very slow growing. It was probably wild caught, I'm assuming, but it could have been captive bred, I don't know. I mean, they've only been in the hobby for a couple of years though. Very good starter species. She's only flicked hairs at me once, but she's really nice. Love the colors, and she's got kind of cool. She's got 2 little black spots on each of her fang things. I call them glycerae. I think that's what they're called. And yeah, very simple setup. Just a desert setup. Needs to be dry, and then hide, and then water dish. Need to fill it up. Need to fill all of them up. But really nice species. Very slow too, but definitely a nice species. Here, let me just get out. Yeah, Aphonopelmas are pretty good. We have them here in Utah. I've never seen one though, but I'm hoping to find one this summer. It's been a really nice winter, so I should be able to find one next year. So yeah. These are more down in Arizona and Texas area though, so desert blonde, and her name is Brittany. You know, I thought that would be a cool name. Let's see, next tarantula. Oh, my rose hair. So this is a different rose hair than my videos. I think I sold my other one in the videos. I might have not, because it was a male and he was kind of getting sickly, you know, as males do as they get older. But this one's a female. Who's still a baby. She molted a little while ago, and I was able to get a confirmation of her molt. Here she is. I wouldn't recommend... I'm one of the few people who won't recommend rose hairs as a starter tarantula, because they can be temperamental and can bite sometimes. They just have mood swings, and the worst part is that they will go on fasts and just stop eating altogether for months and months on end. And it really, when I first had my rose hair, that was my first tarantula, it really scared me. And you know, it's just, I just don't think they're very good. I mean, a Phonopelma or a Brachypelma, I think, is way, way better choice as a starter tarantula. But not a Brachypelma vagans. Those tend to be a little more psychotic. Those, yeah. She's very pretty. I really like her. She's got a little piece of stuck-on shed on her abdomen. I don't know if that's common or anything, but she's got it, and she's healthy still. And let's see, do I have any other tarantulas? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see, could have sworn I had more. 7, right? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, nope, that's all my tarantulas. So let's get on to the next invertebrates. And that would be my giant centipedes in the genus Scolopendra. So I have 3 of this species right here. This is my Scolopendra polymorpha. And these are known as the American tiger centipede. And these are the only Scolopendra in the genus Scolopendra that I would say that you can hold. She got me with her claw tails. Kind of hard to do with one hand, but because they're a little more calm. This one's not being very calm. Yeah, she's got me with her pinchers, not with her mouth. They're only able to get you in between the fingers. Yeah, this one's just not being cooperative. I'll get a different one. She's just being really upset. I don't know what her deal is. Here, we can try this one. This one I've just got in a little bigger container because it's a little bit bigger. see, where is she? Should be in here. Up there it is. Whoa! You can see this one's a lot bigger. These guys are really cool. Very easy to take care of. Just moist substrate and they should be good. And come here, you little turd. Yeah, when I first got these, I had like 15 of them, and I thought, you know, they're from the desert and put them on dry substrate. Not a good idea. But yeah, very quick, but doesn't tend to bite. And I've been bit by these. It doesn't really hurt that bad. Kind of just some minor swelling and a little bit of pain, but not too bad at all. So very cool little species here in the USA. But yeah, I have 3 of these though. I just showed you those 2, and now she's digging. They dig a lot, so you probably won't see them that often. If you go out at night though, they come out and say hello. But let's get on to my epic Scolopendra. This is my Scolopendra subspinaps, also known as the Vietnamese giant centipede. Let's see if we can find her. This one is the Vietnamese version though. Sometimes the subspinaps has, and my filter just broke. Great. I'll take care of that in a minute. They have many different colors, but this is actually the one from Vietnam that you get this color base. He's about, I would say about 6-7 inches, which isn't full size. They can get about 10 maximum, but very simple setup. Most people don't put them in this. They put them in a sort of, some sort of jar setup, kind of like, oh, hold on, it's like, kind of like this. They put them in these, a little bit bigger, but there's nothing in this one. I had, last summer I had a giant wolf spider in there, but I died, unfortunately. It was a male, so they only last a little while, but yeah. I'd really like to find one of those giant females, though. That would be awesome, because they're bigger than the males, and I've only ever found males, and they are huge. When I first found it, I thought it was a tarantula, but it wasn't. So yeah, very cool species, great eater, vicious as crap. You don't want to get bit by these, though. A lot of pain and suffering from that. But yeah, I'm gonna close this so I don't get bit. And locking the lid, very important. And usually I'll put a towel on top of here so it doesn't lose humidity. They need high humidity flowers. So yeah, let's get on to, well, let's just do my millipede. So I also have a Sonoran desert millipede. This is actually the species that the color form that is found in New Mexico, I believe. Yeah, well, it's just the gold phase. So I only found one I got this at the Reptile Expo, the Wasatch Reptile Expo. And I only found one vendor selling the gold phase, and they were actually the cheapest, which I thought was kind of funny. The brown ones I've heard can get a little bit bigger, but I mean, this millipede is already massive. I mean, she's molted twice since I got her. Yeah, very cool species, very, very cool. And her name's Mrs. Niblets, because she likes to just start chewing on you for some reason. She'll chew on you. And millipede means 1,000 leg, but they have nowhere near that. And unlike centipedes, which have legs on each segment of their body, they have 2 sets of legs on each set of their body. And her favorite food is jicama. She loves jicama. But mostly they're detrivores, and they'll eat rotting plant material, such as lettuce. And also, see, there's a little bit of jicama. She loves jicama. There you go. And they'll eat this rotting plant material. I got most of this from a wood pile. I went under the wood pile and collected some of the stuff, and if it's already got living things like mites and stuff in it, then it should be good for your millipede to eat, if stuff is already breaking it down and eating it. So, very interesting species. Love these guys. So they're Orthopedus ornatus. Very cool species in my opinion. They get really big. They're the largest species in the US. I mean, she's already about 6-7 inches. I mean, she's pretty big. And they can live about 10 years in captivity. Not many people breed them, unfortunately. This one was probably wild caught as well, but very easy to take care of. I'm hoping to get more next year. This year's Wasatch Reptile Expo. I'm going to try to get like 5 of them. Hopefully in gold phase if I can find them. But they're one of my favorite. I really like millipedes. I've never been able to get one, but I finally got my hands on one and I was very happy about that. Yeah, it's a very simple setup, you know. And they like high humidity as well. So, yeah, let's get on to the scorpions. Love my scorpions. I've only got 2 species at the moment. I did have some Parabuthus transvalis, also known as black thick-tailed spitting scorpions. Unfortunately, the female, I bred the male and the female died, and then I sold the male. So, yeah, you know what happens. So I'm going to show you the Arizona bark scorpions. Hopefully I don't get stung this time. Last time I got into these guys, I got stung. So that was not a pleasant experience, I can tell you that much. So there's one right there. There should be about... Oh, there's another one. There. Sorry, my shadow. But I've got 4 of these guys in here. They're kind of communal. They won't fight unless they're feeding. You can see that one's got a black spot because it got stung, but that was before I got it. And yeah, really simple setup. So the thing I got stung by, I was lifting up the rock to show my dad. One hit me right here above the nail. Very mild sting, well, mild as in not a lot of venom was injected. It felt like somebody just took a hammer and smashed my hand, and lots of swelling and pain, and then it just felt like electricity was just pulsing up my arm. Not a pleasant experience. I mean, a really bad sting, you're foaming from the mouth and on the ground. So, dangerous species, Arizona bark scorpion. Not to be handled, ever. But definitely a cool species. I mean, venom rating 4 out of 5. So, not to be messed with. I just have 2 in here, I think. No, just 1. Yeah, 2. Got a female and a male there, just like in there, female and male. So hopefully they'll breed, and I'll be able to sell the babies, because I don't really want more. And so yeah, and then the other species I have is Parodoctonus boreas, or the northern scorpion. And these are the species we have up here in northern Utah. These can also be found all the way up into Canada even. Not a very big species of scorpion, but very harmless, very sting. I've never been stung, but I heard it's very, very harmless. So, interesting species, good eaters. I've always had problems feeding scorpions mealworms or cockroaches. So I would say stick to small crickets for any scorpion, because they just don't take mealworms and crickets. Mealworms and roaches as easily as other arachnids. But very cute little species. I've got about 5 of these guys. Very interesting little creatures. Very good at eating though. Never had one refuse food, so yeah. And I think that's all my invertebrates. Well, actually, I've got some eggs. I've got some whatchamacallits, giant spiny leaf insect eggs. And here's my white tree frog in her brand new cage that I just refurbished. I like it. It looks cool. A little water spurts. And let's go over here. And so the eggs are in this. I haven't had one hatch yet. They take quite a while to hatch though. So yeah, there they are. Not very big. They kind of just look like little seeds with caps. They are swelling though, so I'm assuming that they're growing. And you spray these down every 2 days, keep them about 80 degrees, which is about how much my room is every day. By the end of the day, my room is around 80 to 85 degrees. Yeah, I'm sweating. It's hot in here. So yeah, that's my invert collection. So thank you guys for watching so much, and thank you for subscribing to my channel. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I will be posting a lot more this year. I'm going to try to do every other week at least, and so thanks guys. Thanks for watching.